And with the priority ladder, you can drastically change your life in 6 months with 1 hour a day of focused work. Do not think that you need anything more than 1 hour, one meaningful project, one day at a time. Priority 1 is just absolute laser focused on building out your vision through a project. And if you have not built anything and you only have 1 hour a day to spare, this is the 1 hour time block that you use on the levers that are going to lead to creating your vision for the future. And then once that is done, so for beginners, it's probably going to be something like starting a social media brand, learning how to write with my 2-hour writer or digital economics course. And then as you break through the perception threshold that we talked about in a previous video, where it's very difficult at the beginning, but slowly becomes more pleasurable with time, where it's going to be difficult and your mind is going to perceive it as more difficult than it's going to be. And that perceived difficulty is going to increase until you hit that breakthrough, right? And then you're able to systemize things, and then it just flows a lot smoother. And then you can fit so much more into that hour, right? Your first hour of focused work isn't going to be that focused. You have to stick it out and refine your system with time. And then once you start seeing results from that first hour of work, then you move that into the second priority time block so you can start working on something new, right? So then when we move into priority 2, that's where your lever moving tasks go. So in this case, for me, it's like replying on social media or creating content, mostly creating content, because that's like how I feed my system, right? And it's creative work. It's something that I do not want to outsource. And then what people before, when you move that up to the second priority, you're going to start something new in priority 1, because that is what's going to keep meaningful dopamine flowing. And that is what's going to maintain momentum along this path until you systemize that. And then you bump it up another priority, right? So for the next thing that most people should do after starting a social media brand, and once they start seeing results with that and it becomes a lot more efficient for them to keep up with that, then you're going to start building a service or a product so that you can monetize. And then once that's done, you move that up and start reaching out to people, but then you can start building out a funnel or something else.